guys, Jesse Minchin with GetHandles.com. Today I'm going to give you some tips to get your between the legs from the back or the reverse between the legs down more effectively in games. Now, first of all, if you haven't yet, you might want to click this link in the top right hand corner screen. That's going to show a lot of the tips for how to do the regular between the legs, and a lot of those same details are going to apply as far as just getting it down. If you're more of a beginner, those same tips are going to apply. It's just going to be from reverse. You're just going to apply those same tips to doing the between the legs from the back. Okay, so check that out if you're a beginner trying to learn the move. This video is going to cover some more things as far as advanced things that you could do with it and ways to take it to the next level and use the move in different ways in games. So a couple things to keep in mind is you can do this. A lot of players like to do this almost more as like a snatchback, and basically what that's going to amount to is whichever hand is dribbling, you're gonna be kind of coming hard to the basket, either with a bunch of dribbles already or just one hard dribble and a big step. But that same side foot is going to plant hard. Okay, from there you're going to want to pull the ball between the legs real hard. Now, one thing again, and I say this in a lot of these move breakdown videos where I'm giving secrets to getting them down more effectively, is focus on which direction that palm is facing. If my palm is facing this way, okay, between my legs though, that ball is going to end up coming back this way. And if I'm driving hard this way, I probably want to push the basketball in that opposite direction. So if I send my defender flying this way and I come back this way, I'm going to create more separation. Okay, so that's one of the first ways you might want to use it between the legs from the back, or the reverse between the legs. The other way you can use it is more as a side step. It's very similar though. It's basically going to be here. Again, focusing on pushing the palm more that way now. Okay, so if I'm moving more to the left and I want to change directions to the right? Because if I'm making my defender move that way, I want to come to the opposite direction. And again, pointing the palm that way is going to allow you to do that. Now for all these, one thing you want to focus on is getting low, right? Getting those hips low, getting that butt down. That's one of the biggest things I tell players that are trying to get it down more effectively in games is you got to stay low with your hips. I don't care if the dribble height is a little higher, but you got to get your body low, okay? And then the other way you can use it in a game, and this is a way that's kind of a little more sneaky way that you don't see a lot of players use, is to use it to drive to the basket, okay? And basically to do that, again, focus on the palm direction. You're gonna push it through the legs from the back, palm's gonna face this way, right? That's gonna push it through. Now, you could set this up a lot of different ways with a crossover. You can even do it kind of on the run. Okay, a lot of different ways you can do it, but the key is to focus on that palm direction. And then with all of these, you kind of want to focus a little bit on which direction your feet are facing. So like with this one, if I want to come forward more, I want this foot to be back a little. So notice how my feet are facing a little bit more to the right. That's going to allow me to push the basketball through and give me that angle. If my feet are facing too far this way, the basketball is going to come this way. So if I point too far to the right with my feet, the ball is going to go the wrong way. Or I'm going to have to really wrap it to go that way. If my feet are facing too far this way, I could still use that to drive the basket, but now I would just be using it to drive that way, right? So that's another way you can use it, but again, if my feet are pointing this way, the ball is going to end up going that way. But to do it more of like switching hands, that one's to go back to the same hand. To do it more switching hands, I'm going to want my feet pointing this way, but with this foot back a little bit, okay? On your one where you're pulling the ball back, your feet are going to be almost in that same direction, but you want them pointing a little bit more straight. So notice how they're pretty much in the same position here to go forward towards the basket. But I'm going to try to point them a little more forward here. So when I'm stopping here, I'm using that same foot positioning, but I'm just turning my feet a little bit. And I'm also using, again, focusing on that palm positioning to pull it back. Okay, and then with the side step, your feet are going to be more squared to the basket. Notice how it's almost like a crossover. It's almost like I'm going right through the middle of my legs, just a slight angle change. I'm just bringing it back ever so slightly to get it through here. And that might take some time and practice and repetitions to get down. And same thing for all these. One thing I can tell you though that might help is, again, I tell players to swing your hand through your legs, get it through that plane of your legs so it's on the other side here. That's gonna help make sure the ball goes through your legs consistently. But then the other thing I tell players to get a consistent follow through is I like to tap back behind the knee here on the follow through. That way, if I do that tap every time, I know that ball is gonna end up pretty much in the same spot every time, okay? And you can add that little variation, that little tweak with which direction your palm's facing to add those little differences of angles. but getting it so you release it with the swing through the leg and then touching on the back behind your knee here is gonna allow you to get a lot more consistent positioning with that dribble. So look, if you found these moves helpful, I have a way for you to take these moves and put them on overdrive. Click this link in the top right-hand corner of the screen. That's gonna send you to a workout. It's like a combination between like a warm-up and a ball handling workout. That's not just gonna be more than a warm-up though. It's gonna help you make your moves more explosive, improve your balance, your range of motion, how quick and how powerful you are with all your moves, and a whole bunch of other things. Just click this link, pop in your email, and I'll send that to you instantly. It's 100% free. There's no credit card required or anything like that. Otherwise, if you're on a mobile device, just click the link in the description down below. It's gethandles.com. And as always, if this video helped you, make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment down below if there's anything else you want to see from the channel. I get all my ideas for the videos down below, and I try to reply to as many comments as I can. So if you have any questions or anything else you want to see, leave a comment down below. That's where I can, get you guys what it is that you need to improve your game. And as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button and get on that notification squad so you can catch all the newest tips, tutorials, drills, move breakdowns like this and all that. Every single thing I come out with on my channel is gonna help you get better. And share this video with a friend. You and a friend can work on these moves with each other. That's one of the best ways to improve most quickly, is to work with a training partner on these same moves. And you guys can notice details and things that you can improve. You'll improve a lot more quickly by doing that. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more and get after your goals today.